Hello and welcome to the Dream League Major Qualifiers. My name is Nomad, this is Mo Farah, and we are just about to get into the very first match here in Group B for the EU Qualifiers. And then we got another game, and then we've got another game, and then we've got 10 games of EU Dota coming up. It's going to be a long day, but there's a lot of awesome games to be played. We've got, obviously, more Alliance going to be coming out and playing. We've also got Secret over in this group as well. And, of course, Viking, Wind and Rain, and Sword Dark are what compromises Group B. And we're already a really long way through this draft, in fact, due to some technical issues, but we are now online, good to go. Mo Farah, how are you doing, and can you just run us through these drafts real quick?
How do I sum these drafts up really quickly? First pick Puck. That hero is super fun. He has those dodgy wings that the cosmetics are mind-blowing.
10 seconds remaining.
It looks like a giraffe from the last patch, so I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Remaining.
But then we get Doom on Wind and Rain. I love this hero at the moment. I was watching and casting OG Seed through the open qualifiers, and they were picking this a lot for Jibbe, and he was doing really well on it, so I'm hoping some more good Doom performances today. They also have these two like really hard to lock down cores in the Ember and the PL, and there's only really like a duel on the other side for Alliance to try and help deal with it. You know, Coil I guess is okay as well, but I'm not sure if they have enough lockdown to be able to deal with both these cores. So we'll see.
Yeah, there's a lot of mobility on the side of Wind and Rain and a lot of damage to be coming out from them as well. Meanwhile, Alliance have gone more for this kind of snowballish lineup with the Slark and the Legion Commander, but you know, the infinite scaling. Well, maybe not from the Slark. I guess his is technically finite by how many right clicks he can get off in a certain period of time, but Legion Commander, of course, will never stop. And Puck being played at mid by Limp. Yeah, this hero is super fun to play right now. I'm pretty clued up on the new patch. You know, I played 18 games since the new patch came out, which is a lot for me. Yeah, I don't usually get to play that much, but recently I've had some time on my hands, so I've been powering out through the new patch, so I'm going to be an expert on all the neutral items.
Well, you say that. Let's do a test in the game to see if you can remember what everything is. I'm really excited to see if they like do some kind of aggro try though with like the Tusk Slark CM on Alliance, and then try and put the Legion in like a 1v1. Yeah, it looks like they are all running bot. I think if you just try and deal with this Doom at the start of the game, like gain the Slark some kind of level advantage, and then you can just leave him alone and he can 1v1 the Doom afterwards. And your supports are kind of like freed up to roam a little bit more. Especially Tusk. This guy wants to be everywhere.
What did you learn?
Oh, he looks so nice in this wintry terrain as well. I mean, look at this. I know people are going to complain. People always complain about different terrains, but this one is just too beautiful not to put on. I mean, look at this. I'm a sucker for a bit of snow, though.
I have something for you. Beast bomb.
All right, so let's have a look at these lane matchups here, because we've got Puck versus Ember in the mid lane. I feel like this is a pretty neutral matchup, maybe a little bit Ember favored perhaps, if he can withstand the harass, but the Flame Guard should allow him to do so, right?
Yeah, it kind of works like both ways, right? Where Puck's really good at getting rid of the Flame Guard because of the illusionary orb, especially at level 1. Like, you can't really level Flame Guard. Yeah, I mean, he has, but like, as soon as an orb comes out from Puck, it just takes it off straight away.
You can't really level Flame Guard. Levels Flame Guard.
Levels Flame Guard, yeah.
There you have it. Bottom lane, they're going hard right now. It's a 3-on-3 skirmish down here as they're trying to fight up in the lane. The runes over to the right and left. Looks like it's going to be nice and peaceful though. Meanwhile, 33 and Nefrid are doing a bit of a dance here as well, both trying to scout out each other's runes, but it is going to end up being one apiece. It definitely feels like no one quite knows what's going on with these runes just yet. No one's figured out where to fight. But it's always interesting with the rune locations and rune spawning and everything, because you always have different changes in how people position themselves throughout the meta. Like, it's constantly evolving, you know. Do you remember when the river runes first came out, like the river bounties first came out, and then everyone was just like, oh, do we try and gank? Do we try and fight? And then it actually took a very long time for people to start smoking and trying to like actually get kills off it, which I think is going to be very common in this patch because of how many runes there are. It just means if you bring 5, you should be able to get a kill, but you sacrifice. Meanwhile, this bottom lane, it's really kicking off now as the frost comes out both sides. It's a very icy lane down here as Fada's taking a lot of the harass from the Arctic Burn from Nico. Nico Baby getting involved as well. The frostbite's out onto the Doom. Boogie getting a little bit low here, backing himself away, and they will just be trading hits for now. Venge with Vengeance are hoping that it can do enough for their team to trade efficiently, but it looks like it's pretty nice for Alliance here as the Doom's been forced out of the lane for a fairly significant amount of time.
There's a couple of things I want to mention down here. Like, you see Slark's items at the moment, because you don't need to buy Stout Shield anymore. It actually allows you to, like, buy up these things like Orb of Venom on heroes like Ursa and Slark, like these melee cores that can chase. And then, the other thing about this, the Doom in the bot lane, Scorched Earth is so good now. Level 1 especially, and it scales really well.
Yeah, look at this. They're going on to him again here. They've popped the tag team and just unloading onto Boogie and not really getting punished for it at all. Why also going to have to back himself away. The Yol turns around, but the Frost is out onto him, and this should be a first blood. Hanskin comes in to get it, but he's getting low himself. Can they finish the job? Yes, they can. You betcha. Meanwhile, Nico, baby, he's forced to back off a little bit here. They're just balling into each other right now, but we will take this opportunity to have a look at some other lanes. It's 33 versus Nefrit up in the top lane. This feels very nice for a Legion Commander to be all alone versus a PL. In fact, in any situation, if you can get a Legion Commander into a Legion hero, it's just a dream scenario. And Overwhelming Odds is awesome versus PL because he's never going to be able to really doppelganger away from you.
Yeah, I think as the levels come online, you know, by the 3-4 minute mark, I think we're going to see Alliance really start to push ahead in all 3 lanes. The other thing I don't like about this tri-lane down bot for Wind and Rain is that Doom needs levels to be effective, and at the moment he's not going to be getting them.
33 just turning it around up in the top lane, but meanwhile down at the bottom we do have another kill, and that's going to be Yol going down as the blasts come out. A bit of harass, they're just peppering right now. Can't really find the targeted damage on Wind and Rain down here, which means they are the ones hemorrhaging kills right now. We'll need to remedy this.
Well, something I want to point out as well, this CM, you see her skill build at the moment. There's too many CMs at the moment I see that always skill aura at level 2. If you're in some kind of like kill threat lane, just level both your newts. And you have so much kill potential. Like, her skills are really good in these early levels and early engagements.
Yeah, and we're seeing it. 2 kills already, but they have lost one themselves. I'll look towards the mid lane now. Yeah, it's going to be Wish versus Limp. And yeah, we predicted the Ember Spirit probably is going to draw even, and it's 15-6 versus 15-1. So, you know, Ember Spirit's suffering a little bit on the deniers, but all in all, a pretty even lane, I would say.
I think Ember's buying a little bit more regen, I think, than the Puck, so he has that to worry about. But yeah, it's still really close. So.
Yeah, you're right. You can see on the net worth that it's a bit of a big difference there. Yeah, Wish just being constantly harassed out of lane is pretty brutal.
Like, he's trying to rush this bottle, but he has to just keep bringing out salves all the time. And with the courier being slower now, even though you have your own one, it doesn't
top
help
lane, 33. Good, nice, all right. Yol TP'd in, but 33 is going to be okay. Gets himself back to safety. He's pretty fast. Meanwhile, Boogie being jumped down here. They're just trying to chase him down. The slow comes in from the Wyvern. Hanskin's not giving up the chase right now, but the rest of the team has, so there's just going to be a little bit of harass. Fighting over, maybe fighting over the rune 1 minute early. Is that likely? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, sure. Just start setting up for it now.
Yeah.
Shards in a few seconds.
Well, yeah, they're really not hanging out. Oh, a courier. Hello. That's a nice little morsel. And they do bring it down. There's some brown boots destroyed as well. And Boogie, that's his passive gold gone. Never feels good. Meanwhile, 33 in the top lane does actually end up going down after a very long chase from Yol and Nefrit.
Oh, Nikwa bot lane. Oh, he's just going to TP.
Well, see you later, boys. But now this opens up a bit of aggression opportunity onto Boogie here. But, well, they've got the shards. Beautifully done by Hanskin as well. Nico Baby coming in. Doesn't have that leap, but does he even need it? They've got plenty of slows to throw down. But with the Scorched Earth, Boogie will make it to the safety of his tower and survive a little bit longer. Meanwhile, Hanskin looking to get this bounty here, but Boogie's a little bit too scared of him to fight into right now, especially with this War Stomp he's managed to get. Although, with Fada coming over, he's got to get the War Stomp. There we go. Oh. Yeah, he does manage to get the bounty rune and will not be dying for it either, so that's fairly nice for Boogie. Meanwhile, Slark is going to be pulled away from his farm to get that bounty rune. Shout out to every single carry which just keeps on farming with the bounty rune right next to them, and then the support comes into the trees and you watch them take it. And yeah, you guys are the best.
My favourite one's at the 10-minute mark, where like the outposts come up for the first time, and the carries are just like farming the big camp in the jungle or something.
Yeah,
that's really triggering.
Yeah, there's so much to do on the map right now, right? It just feels like you jungle when you can get neutral items, but the rest of the time you just do stuff. Like it's really fun to play. A little bit snowbally is my one concern, but you know, considering the map we've got, that's very fitting.
Too many bucklers, by the way.
Too many bucklers? Is there such a thing?
It's good at the moment, I'm sure. It needs to get changed. Like, Tusk went for one at the start of the game. Like, Venge has one as well.
Yeah. I mean, people
bot lane.
usually, so there's like the trio of, oh dear, Boogie getting real low here. Nico Baby just stealing his stats up to 8 right now, but also taking some damage himself, but doesn't really matter. He's got a wand, and they're going to turn their attention to Nikwa as well. No one really coming over for this one, so it looks like it's going to be 2 going down, trying to turn it around as Nico Baby doesn't have the damage, and that's going to be 2 kills in the bottom lane. Wind and Rain, this laning phase is turning into a bit of a disaster for them right now, though. That said, they did secure Nefrit quite a lot of farm up here, so he's going to be having a slightly better time. Meanwhile, at mid, Wish also not doing too badly, but this is definitely Limp's lane.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you caught it down in the bot lane as well. He actually dodged the Centaur stomp from the Doom by using the snowball on Tusk, so nice cute little play.
Yeah, fancy.
Time to teach.
I'd really like to see the Tusk and the CM come try and play with this Legion now, though. You know, when Stark gets level 6, he should be fine. Just try and secure a dual kill for 3-3.
Yeah, I mean, even with Limp as well, you know, they've got so much kill potential to offer onto the Ember, I feel like.
Oh, okay. Ironwood Tree recipe.
One of the best, in my opinion. I love this item, just because it's really fun to juke within the trees. You know, just unlimited trees. Yeah, he's going for it as well. Handskin wants it. It gives 7 all attributes.
Yeah, like, it's so good
Yeah.
at this point in the game.
Oh, Nikwa. He's in a pretty bad position right now, trying to use the Arctic Burn. He's actually got himself into a place where Nico Baby can't hit him, so that's not bad. Still needs to keep on running there. They've got the vision with the shards, and now with that Arctic Burn ending, they could open up on a kill, but with the TP in from the Venge, getting too far into tower, it will force back Alliance, so that is going to be an unsuccessful kill. 3 heroes just hanging out down here.
What hero have you not enjoyed playing against in this patch?
Well, Void Spirit's pretty annoying because I have no idea what he's doing yet. Every single one of his moves seems to do a shit ton of damage, so I'm just like, oh, here's a new guy. Let's look at some of his meta. Bloom, 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 and I'm dead. I'm like, oh, okay.
Have I told you about the thing that triggers me the most with Void Spirit players at the moment?
What's that?
Where every single one of them builds a Yules so they can set up for their Revenant.
Oh, yeah. It's such an easy spell to land as well. Yeah, we've got a lot of fighting going on. Yol looks like he's going to be the first casualty. Wish coming in, trying to get the revenge, but Boogie gets brought down as well. And once again, Wind and Rain just losing a lot and gaining very, very little. It's an awkward position to be in right now.
I think the PL and the Ember are still getting a really decent amount of farm, though, so...
Well, that's true. That's true.
Especially the PL. Like, we talked about how these are the 2 heroes that are going to be really difficult to catch. So if they can carry on having a good game...
And 33 is just getting the RSPC on the line here as he's murdering these little donkeys.
I'm hoping that wasn't his Yasha. I'm assuming it's not on the PL. That's quite a lot of gold to farm.
I think it was on its way back. Okay. Yeah, triple Wraith with the power treads. It's a pretty okay amount of farm for the time we're at. I think we'll throw it over to net worth, considering the amount of kills we've had. There's going to be the puck on top with 4,200 gold in the bank. That's going to be Boots of Travel coming out for him pretty quickly. I always love to see Boots of Travel. And if you're playing an in-hero and you're in the middle lane and you build Boots of Travel, then I'm just automatically happy about your life choices.
It's okay,
it feels
but at the
pretty
same
fantastic.
time, like... Is it going to allow him to play this kind of like tempo game that Alliance need?
Yeah. Well, I think it is very high tempo, though, because it's not just a case of, you know, I am going to be split pushing, etc., but you're also able to get to every engagement. You're also going to have constantly mana all the time, which is very important. You don't need to worry about waiting until your Yules is up before you've got that mana regen, because you can just TP back to base every 2 seconds and just get a full load of mana, dump it out, TP back again. That's why I think it's so strong on in-heroes specifically.
It's pretty good. I like to see that.
All right, Wish coming in the top lane, but they're thrown down with the coil. Limp is already here, ready to respond here. Phantom Lancer's dropping low, and with the duel coming out, they might get the kill. The taunt comes in over the top, and with the heals from the Winter Wyvern, gonna save Nefrit. Is it enough, though? 33 is dropping low, and Nefrit on such low health will finally go down, but takes 33 with him. Wish gets another. Handskin getting low. The stun comes out. The damage is there, and Handskin will drop as well. Nico Baby coming out onto the front lines, leashing the Ember Spirit up. I'm not sure about this one, but they're going to town right now. Now Nico Baby goes, all right, my puck has been doomed. It's time to get out of here, and puck will also be finished off. It's a triple kill for Wish up here. There's 4 heroes drop on the side of Alliance, an absolutely awful engagement for them. Wish just turning up and making it happen up here in the top lane.
I mean, the fact that PL almost survived there as well. I mean, it was a great Wyvern heal in the duel, obviously, but they don't have enough burst damage at the moment on this side. Like, in a duel, you want to be using it to instantly make the fight a 4 versus 5. but they don't have the DPS at the moment to bring somebody down quickly enough.
Yeah.
There's no like other single target burst. You're kind of really reliant on this physical damage tag team coming through, but when the Wyvern here was on point, there's not enough magic damage.
You got to respect the early game, and you got to respect the Winter Wyvern as well, doing a fantastic job in that fight just to cancel out the duel, keep the PL alive a little bit longer. He did go down in the end, but totally worth it. Oh, and there's another great tier 1 item.
Ooh.
Oh, another great tier 1 item. All these carries are looking very happy right now. All we need now is the Aquila. We're on 2 out of 3 for both teams.
Who does he give the PMS to? Because I don't think you keep it on PL, right?
I think you do.
He is. Fair enough.
Yeah. It's better than the quelling, I would say. I guess it just, your passive block is ignored by the stats of the PMS, right?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Like, it's not
Say that
like
again.
your passive block, which you get on melee here, is ignored. Oh, Nefrit. I think he's okay here. There's no coil, although there is a silence. There is a silence. Oh, and an ulti from Fataru as well. They actually bring him down here.
Is under attack.
Anything you can do to bring down these 2 cores at the moment, the PL and the Ember, you have to throw everything onto them.
But yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that. I think even in a game where they weren't losing, it would be a pretty value play. It was very nice from Limp and Fata there.
The other thing is Farta's maxing Frostbite first on the CM, which I think is really important in this game. You know, you want the roots up against the PL and the Ember.
Dire's bottom
Get as
tower
much
is
lockdown
under
going as you
attack.
can.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Always good to see. So,
Dire's top tower is under attack.
oh, they found themselves a little Crystal Maiden here, and there's that high level of Frostbite coming into play, but unfortunately, it's not going to make much of a difference as Wish will scoop that one up.
How did he just get 2 Sleight of Fist kills on the Ember? What's that? Oh, Slark just found out some jelly.
Nice, bit of jelly for the Slark. Does he give it to himself? This is Nico Baby, of course he
Of
does.
course he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the carry player. He found it.
Now, who does he donate the other royal jelly to? Just in case you didn't know, it gives... Oh, I don't know off the top of my head. But I think it's...
Dire are scanning.
I don't want to hover over it and cheat, but I think it's like...
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh god, Slark getting cursed up. I took the time to think. Slark certainly did not, although he did throw over to the royal jelly to the Legion Commander. It's 2.5 health regen and 1.3 mana regen.
I think he tried to set up for more TPs there, but a fight broke out in bot lane at the same time.
Yeah,
So
which
the
made it very
curses
awkward.
have to
Yol is
be
horrendously out of position. Goes for the 2 centimeter swap. Doesn't achieve much, and that's going to feed away a dual kill. And a little bit of stats to Nico Baby as well.
We call that one the bamboozle swap. It didn't work.
It didn't quite. You need to do the double if you're going to do that.
What did you learn?
No, that's the full-on bamboozle. That one.
Yeah, but the Bambizzler.
Dire's middle
I
tower
know
is
everybody's
under
going to be
attack.
really disappointed about this, but if you hover over Limp's talents,
Radiant's bottom tower
Ah,
is
what
under
the...
attack.
I love this level 10 talent, though. The phase shift attack?
yeah, but it's like, you don't need it to push out waves, right? Just do what he's doing. And then you get the spell amp talent at level 15, and you can just clear waves straight away.
Yeah, but you can do that with phase shift as well. Like, it scales.
Dire's top
Yeah, but
tower
you want
is
to.
under attack.
It looks fancy as hell. You can go for a big coil here, but you're only going to get the 2. The Doom trying to get off the ultimate will be able to drop it onto Legion, so no duels for you. Meanwhile, Yol also on the backlines being hunted down by Nico Baby, and he is going to be put to death. Meanwhile, 33 being focused up a little bit as Nefrit comes flying on through, and they are going to be able to finish this one off. Now the call comes out onto Nico Baby for now. Just going to hold him back more than anything. They're looking for more. They actually managed to take the outpost in the middle of all of this engagement, so it's one outpost for each. Boogie getting beaten down, and Boogie will fall. They look back for more. Meanwhile, Wish jumping through. Nico Baby, he's dying pretty quickly here. He doesn't have an ultimate, but they also can't stick around to finish the job. So they realize they need to get out, and now the duel comes out onto the Ember Spirit. Can they finish the job with the tag team and a punch? Yes, they can. Wish goes down, and the rest of Wind and Rain will just be backing up under their tower, but they're not just getting away just yet. Somehow, they're really chasing this fooled illusion. Nice dukes there from Nefrit just to kind of play them out, and also from the Wyvern. He played along with that very nicely, that whole act about trying to protect the PL illusion.
I actually think Slark played really well.
Boogie, maybe that wasn't the TP, my friend, but he is surviving for now. And there's more TPs coming in right now. They're not going to be hanging out just yet. They're going to keep on going. Yol making the chase forward. They might be able to get a swap or something off here, but Lim just jumping straight back in and nuking the Doom down. He takes so much damage from this. Does have 15 one charges, but with how much health the Doom has, it's not going to feel like a whole lot to him. So they back everybody away. There's even a pause to give them a bit of breathing room. You know, Nifrit says, right, guys, we're getting a bit carried away. You know, let's just relax a little bit. And
Are you saying it's a tactical pause? Is that what you're trying to say?
100%. Every pause is a tactical pause. Like, even if someone's like, oh, a keyboard, they've just unplugged their keyboard. Guaranteed.
What does PO have? Is he... I'm just wondering whether he goes for Manta or goes back like for Diffusal now instead. I think you go back for Diffusal first. Oh, he's got Hood queued up. Oh, okay. I mean, it's really good, this game. Like, it gives you that defensive capability. We used to see PLs doing this all the time. And they do have a lot of magic burst damage on the Radiant side, so... Makes sense, but...
Yeah. Now, this one I don't agree with. I think Vampire Fang's definitely better than Poor Man's Shield. Get it together, PL.
Yeah. The night vision's really nice, I think, as well.
what's the hesitation here?
I don't know.
The night
It's
vision
not like
is,
it doesn't give you damage, so, you know, PMS better.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Can't argue. Cannot argue.
Helps you farm faster, PMS.
All right, 60 minutes in. Okay, it's 1k gold advantage for Alliance. You know, first game, so everyone's feeling a little bit fresh-faced, waking up still. Maybe this could be considered the warm-up game for some teams if they haven't been on the ball with their practicing and scrimming, etc.
Every game I play is a warm-up game. It's just the way it goes.
Will you ever be warmed up? We're gonna fear the day
No.
when Mo Farah's warmed up. The competitive scene will shudder.
Yeah. I mean, people aren't ready for me. That's why I never warm up properly.
It's only fair. But I think we're going to hit some really big timings on Wind and Rain in a second. Oh, there it is. There's your Aquila. Big news for the Legion Commander.
Do you know they buffed Ring of Aquila in the most recent patch as well? Was it the most recent one or the other one?
I think they buffed it, but they moved it to tier 2, right? Previously it was tier 1, or am I mistaken?
I think it was always tier 2.
Okay. But yeah, now the Slark is going to have Ring of Aquila and Iron Talon, which is a real blast from the past.
What patch is this?
Where are we?
Imagine if someone told you that PMS and Iron Talon were coming back and Ring of Aquila, but Stout Shield was going away. And the Ring of Aquila would get a buff.
You see who's picked up the Vampire Fangs? Without looking, take a guess.
Has he picked up the Vampire Fangs, you mean?
No, who has picked up the Vampire Fangs?
Who's picked it up?
Who's
Probably,
picking even
like,
two?
Wyvern or something? Because it's
Yeah.
a spell life still, right?
Yeah.
I think the big thing about this is the night vision as
The
well.
night vision,
And
yeah,
someone
yeah.
like Wyvern is so
With
good.
flying vision, it works very well.
Dire's middle tower
I actually think
is
the
under
night vision is
attack.
more important than the lifesteal most
Oh,
of the
I
time.
agree. It's 250 as well. Is an insane amount. And now he's gone for the damage. This guy's like, hell yeah. I'm coming online, baby.
Well, okay, so this is interesting because obviously you used to go for the GPM before every time, but since they made Winter's Curse so that you could damage whoever's curse yourself, like people have started taking the damage talent again. Oh, Limp, get that courier. Oh.
No, I couldn't find it. Yeah, 33 goes in deep for a kill in the middle lane and we'll be able to find it with the help of the Puck. Meanwhile, in bottom, they'd have taken the tower. Puck trying to make a little bit of spaghetti magic happen, but unfortunately, the tower is dead and he'll now back himself away.
Oh yeah, I was going to mention before, this cast range on the Puck, it's really good because of Wading Rift now as well. Like,
Yeah.
you want the extra 200 cast range for that spell, just specifically, I think.
Yeah, it actually does make a huge amount of difference because it's got a really small cast range, so things which are just like additively stacking rather than potentially stacking, which all cast range is fantastic on these little things. It's why when you're playing support and you get cast range and you feel like a god placing wards like halfway across the map.
Dire's top tower is
Oh,
under
the clumsy net, dude.
Oh, I love this one.
I really hate it.
It's broken on some heroes and completely useless on others. My favorite one so far was when I was playing Clockwork. I was like, oh, I now have 2 cogs.
That's a pretty good one, actually, yeah.
It was
Have you seen
really
the meme
good.
where it's like, Mum, can we have an Atos, please? Mum's like, no, we've got an Atos at home. Just a clumsy net.
Dire's top
I love
tower
the
is
I love the
under
image of it
attack.
as well. Like the whole like, it's just getting off a good vibe. The clumsy net, you know, it's a net with a hole in it, Yeah, it catches both you and the person you're using. I don't know how that works, but
Sure, why not?
how clumsy can you be to net yourself? Although if you use
Well,
those
that's why it
big
only lasts
fishing
2
nets.
seconds,
Yeah, true.
because they're like, oh, I can just get out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You know those big fishing nets they have? You know the ones which I don't know what countries they use them in, but like they're like huge big nets with like weights on them, and you just spin around and throw it out to sea, and it like spreads out like a giant circle. They're absolutely massive. I mean, you could definitely get yourself caught in one of those.
Yeah.
Do you reckon anyone's drowned from accidentally netting themselves and just falling into the ocean? And
Regeneration.
It feels like something I would do.
you in particular.
Yeah, just...
All right, runes. Let's see it. Now, Wish, if he's feeling fancy, he can put down the remnant and go in for this, but he's going to try and tank it. But unfortunately, Limp is going to get the bounty rune, and Wish is getting awfully low here. And with that ultimate coming down from Fada, it is going to cause a lot of damage. But now the rest of the team, oh my god, there's a lot of heroes coming over this Crystal Maid, and they wanted her dead, and they get her dead. And meanwhile, the bounty runes did go 1 for Limp, 1 for Boogie, 1 for 33, and 1 for Handskin, which means...
The outpost went 1 apiece as well. I think the outposts are probably more important than the bounty runes. Like Alliance, for example, if they'd have picked up all the outposts this game, like the level advantage they would have gained with the heroes they have would have been massive. Like if this Pup and Slark gained like a level advantage, it would have been crazy.
Indubitably.
It's really important that Dire make sure they pick one up every single time.
Now, I like this heading straight into the smoke, feeling like they're going to be being over aggressive right now. However, they don't have any vision, and okay, they feel they're making the guess here that they've pushed in this top lane, and they're going to be waiting here to try and jump on whoever comes to defend it. That's the guess which Wind and Rain have made. Unfortunately, it is incorrect. They now realize this, and they're feeling a little bit, so, you know, they're kind of wandering around. It's always this post-smoke confusion when you're like, oh, but now there's a smoke into a smoke right now. Yola's going to be the one really onto the front lines, and a beautiful curse coming out onto the Slark. He's going to lose so much health, setting up for an easy doom. The snowball save coming through. Everybody's sitting inside this one right now as Limp jumps in for an amazing coil. The Slark is running away from this. If he gets out of sight, he might actually survive this with the shrine as well. He's going to be okay, but they're chasing in for more. Fada already dead now with the chains out onto 2. Tuskport down. Looks like Slark might be dropping as well, but the doom ends. The ultimate comes out. Nico Baby surviving for now. Trying to get himself away, jumping over the cliff. Surely this man has to die, but it looks like Nico Baby is somehow going to survive. And through all of that, all of it, all they lose on Alliance is 2 heroes, 2 supports nonetheless. They keep every single core alive. My goodness. And now they get the return kill. Yola's already dead, but 33 also taking some heavy hits right now. Nico Baby coming in to just take some chunks out of the Doom right now. Nico 33 is on the way. He's actually going to survive this one again. How is nobody dying on Alliance right now? Nico Baby taken to the front lines, but he's also losing quite a lot of his mana to this Diffusal Blade from the PL. Wind and Rain have called the shots, and they're getting themselves back, getting over to the shrine, getting some health, getting some mana, and just calming down a little bit here. But they're going to be pretty upset about that one. They got such a great catch onto the Slark, dropping 2 ultimates on him, and they still couldn't kill Nico Baby. And now Limp finds another one in the bottom.
I mean, it's so annoying as a Doom player, right? Where if you ever Doom the Slark, if he gets into, like, where you can't see him anymore, he still gets a Shadow Dance regen. Or a Shadow Dance regen, sorry, which is, yeah, it's really triggering to play against. You have to keep eyes on that Slark all the time.
Just use your courier. Still on top of him.
Oh, yeah, true. But couriers aren't quick enough.
Yeah, that's true. Meanwhile, Roshana's being taken, and I don't think they've spotted this one out, Wind and Rain. They don't. I mean, it's not like looking like a conventionally good Rosh lineup, but to be honest, as long as you've got the Legion Commander in here to heal everybody up, Nico Baby using his Essence Shift from the last fight to give him plus 33 agi. He'll allow him to tap through this Roshan pretty damn easily. A really nice call from Alliance, going to put them ahead with this Aegis.
Yeah, it's the tag team as well, though, right? On the Tusk, it does so much damage against this Rosh. I also think that if Wyvern's dead and you know Doom's still on cooldown, what have they got to be worried about?
Yeah.
You can just kind of do whatever you want in those fights at that point. That's why you see, even when it was 3v5, Alliance weren't worried about trying to just reinitiate again. As the PL starts to get more farm, that's obviously going to change. At this point in the game, the Doom and the Curse are the 2 big worries.
Yeah, those are the spells you've got to play around. The big threats. As we saw, if you can just get the Slark out of vision, then everything will be okay. What's this team going for? So he's going for the blink still. I mean, anything? Maybe
Dire's
Aghanims?
top tower has
Silver
been
Edge?
denied.
It feels like
The axe
it's
has
not
changed, right? I don't think the axe would be good here, but
Oh, they changed it? Oh,
changed it
yeah,
so it
yeah, the
affects
Infernal Blade, right?
the Infernal Blade, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that
Increases
he has the
stun
frost
duration.
armor though on himself. The frost armor creep.
Yeah, that's a nice one to have, especially the Slug's been targeting him pretty hard in these team fights, I've noticed. He just wants to kind of start eating into that big, fat, juicy hero, which doesn't have many ways to get away from him, so he can just get himself these initial Essence Shift stacks. That's a
It's
pretty
really
good
good at
idea. Meanwhile, we have a bit of a rumble here, which might be caught out a bit. He doesn't have a remnant. Oh, he does have a remnant, actually. Jumps back to it. He's got another one available as well. Meanwhile, Slark jumping onto the Phantom Lance. Oh, Phantom Lance is going, sorry, swapped in by the Venge, who initially jumped upon. They're trying to fight each other, just manning up right now. And Yol substituting out once again and jumping off to the sidelines, duking the Slark very nicely there on Wish. Yol now being chased by Nico Baby. Nico Baby might be able to get his kill. Meanwhile, the duel in the backlands going out onto the Wyvern. They get that kill and go for more. Meanwhile, Nico Baby controlled pretty well, but it's the problems in the backlands as Nefrit brought down also. Yol going for the TP out. He's going to be okay. They're looking for Boogie, and they're just going for this right now. They've got an Aegis, they've got an ultimate. Nico Baby could not care in the least. Looking for maybe a Doom onto Limp, but that's not going to happen. Boogie goes down. 3 heroes dead. Alliance, they are shifting into gear, and there is not much that Wind and Rain can do about it. This fight definitely goes Alliance's way.
I love watching good Slark players that understand their limits. Like Nico Baby's chasing the Doom there on 300 HP, but he manages to not use Shadow Dance the whole time before the Doom dies.
Yeah, I mean, he had the Aegis, so you can always say that, but at the same time, yeah, I think he would have done the same thing whether he had the Aegis or not, knowing Nico Baby.
Yeah.
Guy's crazy.
You'd rather use Shadow Dance than lose the Aegis anyway. So.
Never refuse good.
Yeah, I was like, well, I could swap him if I had it off cooldown, but even then, I don't think it would do much.
Did you see the big GG branch? It
I
disappeared.
did, yeah. 33, just throwing them down. Have you seen the cast range on it, by the way?
Yes.
This is the thing which people don't realize. It's got a huge cast range. Like, you can mess up people's video. I honestly think this is one of the things which, when people start kind of playing it more, this could be like in one-on-one engagements. Vision could come into play in a big way. You know, if someone's about to cast a spell interrupted with the Ironwood Bunch, it's a legit thing. I think we might see at some point.
Have you seen this Orb of Destruction on the Doom? On the Puck?
On the Puck, yeah, very nice.
It's pretty nice.
Cool story. Oh, he gives it away to the Slark. Okay. Oh yeah, because he doesn't have the phase shift. Right.
Yeah, it's really good for the chase potential on the Slark. Like taking away 6 armor is pretty massive.
Yeah. I mean, it's fantastic on Puck if you have the phase shift talent, because obviously you can just apply it on everybody along with the slow. So
some cheeky spider legs on the bench.
Yeah, the unobstructed path thing is very cheeky. You can swap out your boots for him as well if you want. Give him across to Boogie, which makes a lot of sense to me. Yes, he realizes. So we had a competitive game where they found spider legs, and people just threw it in the base because they didn't want to get rid of their boots. But like this item is good boots.
Yeah, it's a lot of movement speed.
It's 24% movement speed, which is more than phase boots. It's 30% turn rate, which is invaluable in heroes like Doom, where you just need to be spinning around and throwing down the Doom as quickly as possible.
If you start singing Kylie Minogue, I swear to God.
You know, we never have any spinning in fights. It's the number one thing to do when you're frostbitten. Just spin in circles.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's the power play. Just spinning more while you're frostbitten.
Yeah, with the turn rate, you can spin much faster.
What does this PL have now? Okay, he's just picked up Manta, so like this is the point of the game where he starts to be a little bit more scary. Like he has the Manta to be able to get out the Puck silence. When he gets that heart online next, which I imagine he goes for next, he's going to be like a real threat in these fights.
I love that Tusk voice line.
Oh dear.
CSGO started on my PC, yikes.
Wrong game.
Yeah. Alright, and then there's your Greater Fairy Fire picked up by the PL. These are tier 3 items coming out thick and fast. Oh, up in the top lane, they're going for this right now. The swap comes out from Yol, but it does stun the Doom. But Doom should be able to get himself away, though. Handskin's on top of him. Yol will die to Nico Baby, and Boogie's not really safe here as Fada comes in as well. Jumping onto the Doom. Doom's going to get beaten down. No one's realized there's Greater Fairy Fire on the floor, by the way.
What? He didn't pick. Yeah, nobody's picked it up.
And Venge
think
has
Venge
pinged
has
it.
got
Yeah.
Bot lane, bot lane.
Oh, okay, that's a fairly big one. 33 gets killed down at bot. Did it take them the ulti setup? Yes, it did. All right, so Winter's Curse was used. They've also got a clumsy net on Nikwa as well, which I'm not sure was used. He's lowered life. He's got all these neutral items on the Wyvern.
If you look at CM's items.
Oh, Limp, he's actually jumping in to try and stop them taking this outpost at bottom. I'm not really sure how much he can do about this, though.
Oh,
CM,
they're
oh
a
wow.
little bit scared.
No, they're just turning their CM into a core.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they are.
Oh god, Nikwa he's being soloed by Limp right now. There's not much he can do. Tries to throw out the net, but it doesn't make a difference. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, they get 2 more kills. Nikwa and Yol being brought down by the carry Crystal Maiden. I think Nico, Baby, and Handskin were there as well, but I mean, it was mostly the CM, let's be honest.
It just feels like they have no way to start fights at the moment on the Dire side. Like, you have to start with Curse, or like, yeah, maybe swap, but there's nobody that just goes in and commits to a fight.
Yeah, it's very awkward, but a nice dodge there from Nifra, just buying a little bit of space, and a buyback from Nikra as well. They might be trying to make something happen here. Fada's being chased by illusions. It's just going to be draining a lot of its mana, but that's about it. Sending out the PLs, getting that valuable information, and getting a bit of mana taken away as well, but it's really not much.
This puck's so annoying, man. Just everywhere on the map all the time with these bots. Like, they don't have any wave, like, really good wave shove on the Dire side. So, like, puck's just, like, TPing around all over the map. Just constantly shoving waves in towards their face. So, like, Wind and Rain can't make plays on the map because they're always having to deal with their lanes.
Yeah, it gives you so much information. It's always showing heroes.
They have both outposts on the Radiant here as well. This is really nice.
Yep. Just gives them 750 XP and the enemy team nothing.
You have to get toward that puck towards level 30, man. That's the... His talents are so good.
It's a dreamboat.
By the way. Get them
Yeah,
all.
yeah, they really are. And you know he's going to be going for the 420 gold per minute because Limp does like to partake in money. That's what he likes. 420 money. Yeah, he likes to partake in money. And he's not really got any kind of right-clicking items. You know, 180 damage isn't really that much. Dreamcore Rapid Fire, not very tempting for him.
It's one of those things, though, again, that you get it at level 30, and it's just like a nice add-on.
Yeah, yeah, and gives you late-game options if you get there as well, but feels like Alliance won't be needing that this game. They've got this game pretty well tied off, forcing Wind and Rain to make a smoke here, which is pretty undesirable. They're looking for Puck, they're pinging him out, but like, you gotta be much quicker than that if you want to kill the Puck.
Oh, Mind Breaker. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Fighter's gonna keep that. You know it.
Yeah, for his constant attacking.
Yeah, get the level 20 talent. He's jungling hard right now, you know, he knows what he wants. Wind and Rain setting up, they found Limp. Oh, both ultis dropped at once. I mean, they still managed to get the Doom off, but I think this is worth it. They'll stun him up, they'll bring him down, and that is a pesky Puck put to the grave.
Yeah, they need to try and make the most of this time. That, you know, go and get some vision out. Go and push your lanes out while the Puck's dead. Try and be able to set up for an objective there. Yes, you're a long way behind, but if you're just sitting in your base not achieving anything, then you're never going to win the game.
Shout out to the guy in Twitch chat called Dota 2 Audio Problem. Why are you ruining our game, dog? Wouldn't Rain keep pausing over audio problems? Sound problems.
Oh, God.
Fitting name, strangely. Yeah, get these GG branches down, 33.
I love that even though Limp said that, look, like, they're just hanging around together on Alliance's side, like just within touch's distance. So that if a fight do breaks out, they are still, you know, relatively strong. This Slark's massive. Like, Legion does a decent chunk of damage. That Greater Fairy Fire, dude. It's going to be big, I'm telling you.
Yeah, who's got it?
Radiant's
On 3-3.
Oh,
is under
33.
attack.
Yeah, it kind of sucks you can't use it on duel, but you know what the best item for 33 is? The best neutralizer.
Is it Helm of Undying?
It is Helm of the Undying. Do you know why?
Is it because he'll never lose a duel?
Exactly, you can take any duel you want in the game and you'll never lose. You can just jump in and die. It doesn't matter. You're alive for another 6 seconds. You survive. It's literally a condom for Legion Commander. It just makes it every duel a safe duel.
I love the fact that, like, it reminds me of, do you remember when people used to play, like, old Boss 5 Legion? Where they would build, like, Ghost Scepter and then just go and duel somebody to take them out of the fight?
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, it's just that.
Yeah. pretty much.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you die. It's fine.
It's also terrible on Meepo, by the way, because he dies twice if you kill the main Meepo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he dies twice. He gives twice the gold, loses twice the gold. It's pretty broken. Meanwhile, Nico is going to get run down here in the Doom as well, also getting dueled up. This was beyond sloppy from Win and Rain. Like, you either contest the Roche or you don't contest the Roche. Yeah, and they were right in vision there as well. Like, if you don't have that area warded, you can expect what's going to happen. Yeah, all round.
I agree. They feels like they went very half and half there, right? They just didn't know what to do in the situation.
Like, everyone's missing on map. Limp is back up. This team have been down your throats the entire game. If they're not showing, you can expect what's going on. They're killing Yol as well, under his tier 4s. That's a problem.
I'm really sad that they moved the Venge talent from level 20 to 25. You know, the one where it can cast spells?
Oh, yeah.
That talent was so good.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. He could maybe jump in deep here, drop in low, but he's got the Aegis. They want to try and take it off him, but won't be able to do so inside his ultimate. But now he doesn't have an ulti. They could maybe jump in and pick him off here. The buyback comes in from the Venge as well. Doom also TPing to the front lines, looking for a target. He's got the blink if he wants to use it. He's also got the spider legs if he wants to get down that cliff. But they're going to let them get away. And this feels like... I know that the Wyvern wasn't up yet, but buying back just to force people out of your base...
It was only a Venge buyback though. Like, she's not what she's gonna do with it.
Yeah,
like
true.
with the gold anyway. It's like 400 gold or something. Puck has a Lincoln's now as well, so you can't have that like curse to do. Nice little meme setup.
You can have curse into Doom. It's just you're not getting one of them.
Yeah. Well, if you can swap first, you know.
Illusion.
This Wyvern's inventory as well.
It's a mess,
I feel like
it?
what happens is all these items just get shoved onto the supports like by the end of the game because all the courts don't want them anymore. So like all the like supports inventories always look ridiculous.
Yeah, I always get this image of like a Crystal Maiden with like, you know, a backpack full of wards and like, you know, mech and stuff like that. And then someone just hands her a sword and she's like, the hell do I want to do with this?
I like this craggy coat as well on the CM. Like you imagine a CM walking around with like a massive coat on.
Yeah, like a stone armor. What's it do? It shows attack speed, doesn't it? Well, that's going to conflict with her level 20 talent.
So he gets... Oh no, she was getting less damage from the Philosopher's Stone. It's in her backpack now. And less attack speed because of the craggy coat. Oh dear.
Nico baby just taking racks here. He's got the Aegis. There's nothing they can really do about it. And now he's just going to jump out of the base.
He's definitely taking freezing field damage, by the way. Oh, coil.
Yep, they're jumping in, looking for... Oh, breaking the coil. They're nearly finishing off Nico, and now with the duel coming out onto him, they should be able to bring him down. Does he have buyback? He certainly does not. It's still on cooldown. And the Spirit getting himself back, but Yola's already been dropped, and Boogie in the middle of everybody right now could just get eaten alive. There is nothing he could do about this one. The Doom is going to buy back. They're going to try and defend a little bit longer with 3 heroes, but I mean, they haven't even brought down the Aegis. They haven't even brought down a support. No one is even remotely low on HP, and Olympus are going to jump straight back in again. That's the exact same thing, but this time they bring down Wish, and the good game is cool. Alliance will be taking game number 1, and a nice little shard's going to lock 33 and Boogie in together as the Ancient explodes and spells them into game number 1.
Yeah, I mean, Alliance just played the tempo really well. They got ahead, found the openings, but without, like, they did a really good job of trying to find the Wyvern every single fight. Like, it feels without the Wyvern in these engagements, like there's no control available on this Dire side. Like, they're very reliant on just being able to run at you. If you ever fall behind this game, it's really difficult for them to ever come back.
Yeah, exactly. It's a rough one. A very snowbally game. You know, they did have all this movement with the Ember Spirit and the PL, but honestly, the Puck did such a good job of just locking them down and causing so many problems. You know, this Ember Spirit was not jumping around the fights. Neither was the PL. They both felt very scared to really go in and try and play this kind of yo-yo Dota where you're jumping in and out of the fights over and over again, just to cause much confusion and, you know, wait for the regen, etc., etc. So, yeah, that is going to be game number 1 going to Alliance. Game number 2 in this best of 2 series. Will Win and Rain be able to even things off? We're going to find out. My name is Nomad. He's been Mo Farah, and we'll be back very shortly for the next game.